question comes from Chris Solari with the Detroit Free Press.
Hey, Antjuan. The last 2 weeks obviously have not gone the way that you guys had hoped and wanted for. How do you now redefine what is ahead for the next 4 games for you guys?
We just find out what we need to do a little bit more of. It's obvious we're not doing something. It's obvious we're not doing something right on the field. We're not executing. And whatever's happening on the field is causing us not to execute. So we got to figure out what's happening out there, go back to the drawing board, fix those, and come back tomorrow ready to work. Nothing changes. We still have a game to play next week. We still got 4 more games to play. We got a long season ahead of us, and we just got to keep playing. It's nothing. We just got to keep fighting, keep playing to execute our game plan.
Our next question comes from Matt Charbonneau with the Detroit News.
Antjuan, I know I feel like we asked this in the first game, but when the turnovers happen and they're starting, I think 3 or 4 drives inside your 30-yard line, how difficult is that for a defense? And then the flip side of that is, can you be happy with the way you guys played considering what you gave up in the field position and how you shut them out in the second half?
Well, to the first question, it can be hard, but at the end of the day, you got to get out there and play ball. You know what I mean? If somebody turns the ball over, you go out there and you get a 3 and out. What is there to complain or be sad or feel down about? You stop them. You give the ball back to your offense. You give them a chance to drive back down the field and score or put up some points. That's just what it is. The game is going to have its ups and downs. The momentum is going to change, and you just got to keep playing. It doesn't really matter. But as far as the second half, we played good. We played good in the second half. I think throughout the entirety of the game, I think we even played good. Just like I said earlier, we just got to go back to the drawing board, figure out what mistakes, what we were doing on the field to give up those 3 touchdowns. So, but other than that, I am content. I am content with the way we played in the second half.
Our next question comes from Matt Wenzel with MLive.
Antjuan, obviously we'd talked to you in the past about being, the leadership, you and Rocky being guys who talked to the team before Michigan. Rocky obviously struggling today and being replaced by Peyton Thorne. I was wondering, how much do you notice that being on the other side of the ball? And is there anything you say to Rocky moving forward?
Can you repeat the first part of that question, please? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Just with you and Rocky being leaders on the team, obviously, and Rocky struggling today and being replaced by Peyton Thorne, I was wondering, is there anything you say to Rocky today? How much you guys notice that on the defensive side, and is there anything you say to him moving forward as a leader in the next week?
Well, you can't play. Playing this game, you're not going to play lights out every game. You're not going to have a All-American or All-Conference type game every game. You're going to have an off day. And today, Rocky just had an off day, and it happens. It happens to us. Peyton came in. He did what he could do. He made plays for us, and that's it. That's all we can do. I think Peyton did a great job coming in and trying to make things happen for us. He put a lot of good tape out there, and I'm excited to see what he does for us in the future, whether he's the starter or Rocky. Both of them are good quarterbacks. They're leadership guys. They're guys we can get behind, and we trust either one of them.
Thanks, Antjuan.
Is there anything else for Antjuan at this time? One more question comes from Matt Wenzel with MLive.
Hey, Antjuan, I know you guys haven't given up a ton on the ground in some of these games outside of last week, but I think that's a dozen rushing touchdowns already allowed this year, which is even one more than last year. Is there anything to that as far as when they get down there and you guys are backed up to the goal line, whether it's a new scheme or something they're doing that you can attribute to that?
I don't know anything specifically about that. One thing I am learning that we're learning as a defense is that pretty much based on how many rushing touchdowns you give up will reflect on how successful your defense is or how successful your team is. It's a lot of it says a lot about a team when teams give up a lot of rushing touchdowns. you know, and that's definitely something we got to get better at. Red zone, you know, we've been aware of that, and we have gotten better. You know, we had big stops today. We had big stops in the red zone, on the goal line, multiple times. So, no, I'm not really too. I'm not gonna say I'm not concerned, but we do need to get better. We do need to get better. So,
Thank you.
All right, we have two final questions for Antjuan, starting with Chris Solari and then go to Wojo. Chris?
Obviously, you've seen what happened with Maryland's program getting shut down and that game getting canceled against Ohio State this week. I guess
it doesn't change anything for us. Doesn't change anything for us.
Is there any fear or trepidation that you have at this point, knowing that cases are rising?
No. We're still going to come in tomorrow, ready to work as if we're playing Maryland next Saturday. No, nothing will change. We're going to come in. We're going to do our treatments. Come Monday, we're going to practice. Tuesday, we're going to be fully padded. Wednesday, we're going to be fully padded. That's what we do here. You know, we're going to work, and we're going to get better. You know what I mean? That's all we can do is work. And I do feel like we got better from last week. You know, we just didn't execute our game plan, and that's what football is. You know, just executing the game plan. The team that executes their game plan the most is the team that's going to win.
And our final question comes from Bob Wojnowski with the Detroit News.
Yeah, do you feel at all with your teammates as a leader on this team, will it be a challenge at all for you to keep them motivated going forward, or do you see signs that that's not going to be a case for this team?
No, we have guys. Everybody in our locker room loves football. We want to play. Guys wouldn't be here. I mean, everybody across the country had the opportunity to opt out, and still has the opportunity to opt out. You know, so with everybody being here, that means they're fully invested in this program, and that they're going to do what they got to do to make sure we're moving forward. So I don't see anybody in our locker room is going to hang their heads or it's going to not come in ready to work tomorrow or Monday. That's not happening. I don't see it happening. And if it's even smelled out, it's not flying. You know what I mean? That's not what we're about. That's not what we do in this program.
All right. Thank you for your time today, Antjuan.
Thank you.